Dubai has made a high-risk bet during the ongoing global pandemic. It's one of the few holiday destinations open to international travelers. Protective kits resembling meal trays are now offered on national airline flights. All passengers need to do a PCR test on arrival. If negative, tourists can then move around freely. At the foot of the iconic Burj Al Arab Hotel, these French visitors have come to enjoy the sunshine in the Persian Gulf, like thousands of other European tourists.
Toutes les activités qu'on veut faire, elles sont disponibles, quoi.
C'est ça qui est bien. C'est pour ça qu'on est venu ici.
This water sports company is obliged to disinfect each jet ski and life jacket between each use. The global tourism sector has been left reeling by the pandemic, but here it's high season and business is booming.
In comparison with European countries like France, here we don't have any help. We've made the choice to keep the whole team, and without this freedom, we wouldn't have been able to do that. We would have had to lay people off, reduce our staff, and we'd surely have gone out of business.
After a strict initial lockdown in spring 2020, the authorities have chosen to open up at any cost and want the world to know about it.
Open. Now that's a word that hasn't been used much in the world these days, huh? Well, open is looking good for Dubai right now, and we want to tell the world about it.
Dubai has even proposed a distance working visa to help boost the economy. The goal is to attract so-called digital nomads. This New Zealander chose to leave Berlin to escape the European lockdowns.
I think you definitely wake up every morning and have a look at the Eiffel Tower, so I think it's the equivalent in a way.
This entrepreneur intends to run his online transfer startup from this co-working space until air connections resume across the planet.
So I see already a lot of interest. For example, I already know few people who are living in Bali who are coming to Dubai. I know a lot of people who are living in as digital nomads in Spain and Berlin who are moving actually here because they feel right now it's better to be in Dubai than in those places where there's a lot of uncertainties.
Dubai has also given residents access to the vaccination campaign launched by Emirates authorities to lure more foreign workers like Neil. Around 3 million doses have already been administered since the start of the year. Every day, nearly 100,000 people get vaccinated for free, regardless of age or health. Some companies are sending busloads of employees to get immunized. An operation made possible by the unique decision to use a Chinese vaccine from the Sinopharm laboratory.
Do you have coronavirus before?
No.
UAE health authorities say the vaccine is 86% effective, although objective scientific proof has yet to be released.
Our target is in UAE is to reach 50% of our population within the first quarter of 2021. And inshallah, in the future, I think this will lead us to maybe decrease the process of, more lockdown.
Public health choices like this cannot be discussed in this absolute monarchy. Some restaurants, forced to operate at 70% capacity, are now offering big discounts to encourage the vaccination effort.
Est-ce que tout va bien?
In this French brasserie, Vincent Allard is offering a 10% discount for those who've received their first dose of anti-COVID vaccine, 20% for those who've had the full vaccine.
We're lucky. Everything is open in Dubai. But it's true that we want to speed things up. So we said to ourselves, let's offer a discount. 10, 20% isn't that much, but it could help people go and get vaccinated.
I got vaccinated last week. I didn't have to wait. I went to hospital at the last minute. I took the decision. In less than an hour, I had the vaccine. I'll have the next dose within 3 weeks. I don't even have to wonder if the vaccine will be available.
This restaurant's turnover over the holidays was its strongest since opening 5 years ago. Hotels in the city have even returned to the same occupancy rates as before the pandemic. This economist says that Dubai's lack of hydrocarbon reserves explains the desire to keep tourism going. Oil and gas-rich neighbours like Abu Dhabi, Qatar and Kuwait remain closed to tourists.
But it's extremely important for Dubai to be open for tourism. Travel and tourism directly and through the activity supported in the economy accounts for over 15% of non-oil GDP. Its growth strategy is largely built around tourism, and its recovery from COVID will be crucially dependent on how travel and tourism recovers.
A policy that could backfire. Before end-of-year celebrations, cases were stable at around 1,000 a day. That figure has now tripled. In reaction, Dubai authorities have been forced to close bars in recent days.